Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I am Javon Keys. Scotia Group Jamaica realized a $385 million increase in net earnings for its third quarter ended July. The company is also reporting an uptick in various segments. For the May to July quarter, Scotia Group Jamaica made $5.46 billion after meeting tax obligations. That's up from the $5.07 billion made for the same period last year. President and CEO of Scotia Group Jamaica, Audrey Tugwell Henry, says this supported robust earnings of $14 billion for the 9 months ended July.
This net income represents an increase of $1.4 billion or 11.4% over the comparative period last year.
Scotia Group's interest income was $12.4 billion versus $10.44 billion for the same quarter last year. This brought the 9-month performance to $35.7 billion.
But our asset base grew by $49 billion or 7.6% to $692 billion as at July 2024. This is underpinned by the excellent performance of our loan portfolio, which grew by $35 billion or 13.5% and now stands at $292 billion.
This is net allowances for credit losses. She says the increase is underpinned by the performance of its loan portfolio, which went up by almost 14%. Scotia's client deposits were up $27 billion to $472 billion. Looking to the future, Scotia says it's upgrading its automated banking machine ABM network with 58 old machines to be replaced. As for other innovations, the company has been rolling out the option for online real-time gross settlement RTGS transfers.
For online wires, we're tentatively looking to launch before the end of our fiscal quarter, so most likely towards the end of October or early November.
International payment systems are also coming.
In Jamaica, for example, we are currently testing Apple Pay, so I have access to Apple Pay with my local Jamaican credit card. I'm able to use it to shop online, to shop in stores. It works, and it is something that we're piloting internally with staff members. But until the formal agreement is reached with Apple to formally launch in country, we're not able to make it available to the public. But what we can say is that we've done all the internal work. Our app does allow for it to work. It works well. And when the time comes, we'll be able to launch it seamlessly, having already gone through testing. The same will happen with Samsung Pay, which will come at a later date as well. And we're currently going through the development to allow for debit cards to also work on Apple Pay.
The Bank of Jamaica BOJ has lifted the suspension of the remittance operating license issued to Paymaster Jamaica for its operation as a remittance primary agent at 19 locations. In a release on its website, the central bank says this became effective September 6. On July 10, the BOJ announced that Paymaster was no longer authorized to offer remittance services as a primary agent. It was not clear for which international remittance entity the services were being suspended. However, over the years, Paymaster offered overseas money transfer services for RIA, MoneyGram, Boss Money, and Zoom by PayPal. Paymaster was, however, able to continue as a sub-agent of 6 remittance primary agents. The central bank says the company is now authorized to resume offering remittance services at all licensed locations. When the suspension was first announced, Paymaster said it was linked to a, quote, breach of its record-keeping requirements, unquote, and it only applies to a small part of its business, specifically primary agent services supplied to a single overseas provider. Let's head to the markets now. Foreign exchange trading ended today with the banks and Cambio selling the American dollar for an average $158.29. The Canadian is going for $117.38. $210.43 is the average value of the pound, while the euro is going for $178.20. The JSE index gained 3,575 points today, while the junior market index was up 3 points. Among the 60 winners were Margaritaville Turks, Cargo Handlers, 138 Student Living Jamaica Variable Shares, Iron Rock Insurance, and Berger Paints Jamaica. The 36 decliners were led by Epley 7.5% preference shares, JFP, Consolidated Bakeries, Main Event Entertainment Group, and G West Corporation. 20 stocks closed the session, selling at the same price they started trading. And that's the Business Day. I'm Javon Keys. Please stay with us. News